Hello children, good morning to you all. See, we have completed yesterday a few things about the tenses and now we are going to continue the same thing. And what we did yesterday was, we did what are the three different types of tenses: present tense, past tense and future tense. What we learned: what are simple present tense, what are simple past tense forms, and what are simple future tense forms. What we did here is, um, we learnt only three main tenses here. Out of them, we are going to use so many other tenses. So many other tenses, like first simple present tense, second simple past tense, third simple future tense. Out of these, we are going to add so many, like present continuous tense, past continuous tense, future continuous tense. Understand? Then we are going to, these are three again next forms, but first main tenses are simple present tense, simple past tense, simple future tense. Then we are taking present continuous tense, past continuous tense and future continuous tense. Okay. Then next thing to tell you is, after this one more form we can take, that is present perfect tense, past perfect tense, future perfect tense. Then next three more forms we can take: present perfect continuous tense, past perfect continuous tense. Understand? In this way, we can take so many forms of tenses in our studies, but to your standard, to your stage now, 5th class stage, we don't need to take all those things. Only we deal with simple tenses: simple present tense, simple past tense, simple future tense. And now our point today is how to form the other tenses. I already said you that the simple present tense form of the verb, action word, is a root form. Out of that root form, we can form other two forms of tenses: simple past tense and simple future tense. So, we are going to learn the different rules of forming simple past tense forms. We don't need to go with any future tense, because in future tense we have to add will plus root form, we will form. Will come, will go, will eat, will sleep, etc. So let us begin with our class now. So, simple present tense. PR tense ante present tense anukondi, please. It is considered to be V1 form or root form. Root. Main original form. Okay. Then past tense. We are not doing anything with the future tense today, because already simple, only one thing to form simple past future tense I already explained you. It is just by adding will plus adding root form to will come, will go, etc. for future tense. And now it is past tense form. Understand? This is called V2 form. V2 form of verb. Simple present tense is called V1 and simple past tense is called V2 form of verb. Okay, so what certain rules we follow here, we are going to know about them now. First thing is adding ed to V1 form. Adding VD to V1 form. Like ask is there. Ask is there. What we do? Ask. Asked. Ask is there. We are adding ed to ask. Then we can make it asked. Asked becomes the past tense form. I asked you to do the homework. Yesterday I asked you to read the lesson, in that way. And the second, call. We can add ed to call. Can make it called. Okay. Pray, prayed. And so many, walked. So many such things. Ed form, simple way. Then, in this only category, next comes adding IED. Suppose your word ends with Y. You have to cancel Y, and in its simple past tense form, you have to add IED. You have to add IED. If any verb, action word, ends with Y, you have to add IED to it to make its past tense. For example, you have to remove Y, then add IED. So it becomes like this. Carried. Okay. Next, worry. Worry. Understand? Worried. I am just showing few examples. This way we change adding ed. What we do in second case? In second case, what do? We change y into I, then we add ed. What we do? We change y to I, cancel y and write I in its place, then we are adding ed. So it becomes carried, worry. Y we cancel and in its place we write I and then we add ed. Understand? So in this way, when you get a y in the end of the word, you have to cancel it. You should write I in its place and add ed to it. Or else simple thing I can tell, cancel y and then add ied. This is one more thing. Understand? Third thing, grab. When this is half spelt, grab. We don't even open the mouth. Stiff. Grab. Stab. Understand? In such case, what we do? We add one more last letter to it. And then add ed. How it becomes? It becomes grabbed. Double B. Understand? Beg. Beg. We don't say beg. This G is half. G sound is just softly pronounced. Means just inside. We can't spell or say the sound of G very clearly. Beg. G is not clearly said outside. That's in such case we are adding double of that same letter. లాస్ట్ లెటర్లో ఏముంటుందో అది ఇంకొకటి యాడ్ చేస్తాం డబుల్ చేసి, దెన్ వీఆర్ యాడింగ్ ఈడి, దట్ ఇట్ బికమ్స్ begged. So in this way, by adding ed, we are making the what to say, simple past tense form. By adding ed to the main verb or root verb, we are changing it or forming its past tense form. Then such things are called regular verbs. Such things are called regular verbs. What regular verbs? You see, ask, asked, beg, begged. Where you have added ed, where you have added ed, try, tried. Understand? Close. See one more example. E is already there. We don't need to write one more E. So closed. In this way, by adding ed or d to the main verb, root form of verb or main verb, we are forming the past tense forms. We are forming the past tense form. Such a type of past tenses are called regular form. Regular verbs. Regular verbs are regular form of verbs. So, the verbs for which you add ed, only d or ied, such verbs are called regular form of verbs or regular verbs. Understand? In one more case, what we do is, second case it is, in this way. We are adding, we are not adding anything. We are changing the vowels or changing the complete spelling of the verb and forming the past tense, simple past tense. For example, adding vowel or changing the spelling. Changing the spelling. We are going to form the past tense forms. It happened even with noun forms also. I hope you understood and you remembered. Recently we have completed 3-4 days back. Same thing here also it happens. What happens? We are going to change the vowels of the word. Without vowels we can't form the spellings, you know it. So what we do is, we change the vowels which few vowels or all the vowels in the word and change its past tense. Or we add more vowels to it and change the present tense into past tense form. Or else we completely change the spelling and make the vowels. For example, sweep is the word. Slept. Here is the past tense form. What we did, we changed the spelling and added so many letters. Wake is there. Wake. Understand, the sound of the word, the letter or vowel which gives the sound for this word, that vowel is changed here. Woke. So A changes to O. A changes to O here. So what we did, we changed the vowel in the word which gives it sound. Understand? And sleep. Some more you get such things. Break. What we did, do broke. See, this is changed to O and here we added one more E. So in this way we changed the vowels in the word. Here what vowels are there? We change it because in past tense the sound also changes here. Here wake, A sound you get, here O, woke sound, oak, O sound you get. Here break, A sound you get, here broke, you get O sound. Now bring, we say brought. Complete spelling changes here. Buy, bought, catch, caught, CAUGHT. Complete spelling changes here. Understand? Run, ran. Here vowel changer. In this way, we form the past tense forms of the given words by by changing the vowels or by changing the complete spelling. Understand? Think. We say thought. 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 Is there any connection with the spelling? No. Everything changes here. So in this way, by changing the spelling, we form the simple past tense of the word, and by changing the vowels which give the sound to the words also, we change the simple present tense into past tense. What we do here is the sound which gives the words sound changes in such a case where we change the vowels of the word. Then what happens? Its sound changes. Here what sound you have in simple present tense, it will change in past tense. The sound, for example, wake, break, sing, bring. Here A sound you got, here E sound you got. But here O sound you got, oak, broke, sing, sang, bring, brought, complete change. Such verbs where they change their forms are called irregular verbs. Irregular verbs. We call them irregular verbs. What is the difference between regular verbs and irregular verbs? Regular verbs, what we do in case of regular verbs is just we are adding ed, we are adding ied, or we are adding only one extra letter plus ed to it. So they are totally, I can say, we are adding ed to the words and forming their the simple past tense. In that case, they are called regular verbs. The verbs to which you add just ed or with a few changes, with very slight change, they are called regular verbs. For what slight change we do? Why we change into I? Here already E is there, so only D we add. And one more case I showed, last letter we add one more. Such slight changes we do, and then compulsorily we add ed to it or d to it. In such a case, such words are called verbs, are called regular verbs. So in second case, what we do? We change the vowels. What sound you get for the words in present tense form, their sound changes in past tense form. That's why we change the first vowel, which gives the sound to the word. Thus, which forms the spelling with the sound. That vowels we change. And here E is there. We don't have to do anything with this E. So, middle vowel gives us the sound. That's why we changed it. Wake becomes oak. Understand? Break becomes broke. Run becomes ran. In this way, by changing the vowels, we can form the simple past tense form of the verbs. Then, by changing the complete spelling also, we change the simple present tense into past tense, like think, thought, bring, brought, sleep, slept. Understand? So on, such things. So, such verbs for which you change the vowels which give the sound, and even you completely change the spelling, such verbs are called irregular verbs. Such verbs are called irregular verbs. Next. So, this is the way we change verbs and their forms. Present tense will become past tense will become past tense. We change present tense to past tense. Just a minute. Next, after this, we are going to know one more tense. That is V4 form actually. V3 form is done with something that I will teach while we are going with some lesson, because in that lesson we have that topic. You don't need to try here. So one more is present continuous tense. Next, one more tense we are going to see, which we come across very often in our speech or reading, writing, etc. In such cases, what we do, so it is so important for us. That's why I'm going with it. Main present tense, past tense, future tense, then continuous tense. I'm talking about present continuous tense and past continuous tense. And past continuous tense. How to form the present continuous tense and past continuous tense is our point now. Everything should go with our root form. Everything should go with our root form. I mean, everything we form root. Now, for example, you get fruits, flowers, leaves, branches for the tree, right? For which, how can a tree survive? How can a tree live for a longer time? Because its roots hold it very firmly, strongly under the earth, right? So, same way here, we have root forms of simple present tense forms. Simple present tense we call root form, because out of those root forms only we form different various tenses like past tense, future tense, past perfect tense, present perfect tense, present continuous tense, past continuous tense, present perfect continuous tense, past perfect continuous tense. What is the base for all is root form. Unless roots are there, no tree can survive. If roots become loosened, if roots are loosened, tree falls down. What happens? It happens during the floods, storms, etc. Same way, if the root word is not there, we are not able to form any other form of tenses. Do you agree with me for this? Hope you agree, okay? So root form is very important. Why? Because all other forms of the verbs, all other tenses of the verbs, I can say, all other forms of the tenses of the verb, we form by using the root form. For example, just now we did. Root form we added ed, ied, or we changed the root form by changing its vowels or by changing its spelling. Yes or no? Same way, what we do with root forms while using the present continuous tense and past continuous tense and even future also. Future continuous tense also. These three forms, what are we doing? Both in singular and plural form. Understand? Before, in the beginning, when I started verbs for you, I said B form of verbs. Hope you remember. B form of verbs we are using here to form the continuous tenses of the root form of verb. We are using B form of verbs for changing the root form or present tense, simple present tense into present continuous, past continuous or future continuous form. So, now, look how we can do. Read is the root form. First, let us talk about present continuous tense. Then go to past and all. In present continuous tense, what I said? We are using simple present tense or the root form of root verb to form the tense. Here, what are important for making the present continuous tense or past continuous tense or future continuous tense? B form verbs. B form verbs or helping verbs. Understand? B form verbs are helping verbs we need for it. For making the or for forming the present continuous tense, past continuous tense and future continuous. What are those B forms? Is, was, is in singular form, are in plural form. Was in singular form, were in plural form. And will be in future tense. Will be. Both are. So, in present tense form, is and are used. Is used for singular form of verb, singular noun, subject, boy, girl, table, fan, etc. Whatever you get, singular form, already we did it. With singular form we are using is in present continuous form. And with plural form of noun like boys, girls, teachers, parents, etc. we are using ARER to form its present continuous tense of the verb. Then was is used for singular in past tense. Where is used for plural in past tense form. Plural nouns along with plural nouns. Along with singular noun we use is plus V1 form with slight change by adding something. I come to that point. In plural form we use are plus V1 form plus something. Then in past tense form, for singular we use was plus root form plus something what we add. Then in plural form for simple past tense we use were plus the verb, root verb and something else. What is that something else is only the most important thing here. Will be in future tense, whether it is singular, past, plural, we use will be only. And in present future continuous tense. In past future continuous tense we use would be. Understand? What I said? Noun. Then we have to get one of these helping verbs. Then we are going to add ing to the root verb. V1 is the root. Read, for example. We have to add ing to it. Lata is reading a book. Lata is a single girl. My friends are reading storybooks. Is reading or are reading? Is reading or are reading. So simple thing, what we are doing? We are adding ing to the root verb. Walking. Walk. My father is walking in the corridor. Understand? Here what I did, I added ing to walk. Playing. Dancing. So here one small care you have to take is when you get E in the end, you have to cancel it. Then you are adding ing. Close, closing, break. Understand? Dancing. Here E you are changing. In this way, we use is for singular. The girls are dancing. My parents are walking together. For singular is for plural or are. And in past continuous tense. In past continuous tense case. Very simple. You don't need to break your head so much. What is there? You are using root form of verb. Simple present tense. Root verb. Or V1 form of verb. And in past tense what? Two things we have to use. Was for singular and were for plural. Were for plural. Was for singular, were for plural. Okay. So, Danny was sleeping for a long time. Danny was sleeping for a long time. So was sleeping. Was I used. Danny a single person, singular form. So was I used. Then I added ing form, sleeping. Rohan is in his room. Sorry. Rohan is talking to his friend. Talking to a friend. Okay. So here, Rohan single boy's name. So he is talking. That boy is telling a lie, like that. If it is plural form, some boys were, you can use the present form or were doing a project in this way. People were listening to the Prime Minister's speech. Plural form in past tense. The PM's speech in this way. Okay. So what we did for singular? We used was. It is plural form I showed you here. Understand? I already showed Danny was sleeping for an hour. Rohan was, sorry. It is for singular. Plural, I showed two examples. Some boys were doing a project. People were listening the PM's speech. Then last thing in this group is how to form future continuous. Using will be with ing. Rita will be visiting Delhi next week. So will be and ing form important. I will be planning for a trip. In this way, will be plus ing makes future continuous tense. And in future continuous tense, we don't need to bother about singular or plural. For both singular present tense form, for plural present tense form of continuous tense, you are using will be with ing. Understand? And for past tense would be, I would be meeting. But it is not so important. Up to will be you will learn. That is important. So this is all for today's class. Thank you children. Hope you have understood everything. And I gave you a small piece of exercise on changing the tenses from present tense to past tense. And this part I am going to give you tomorrow. All at a time. I don't want to overburden you. That's why I did not give. So, here I stop. Thank you one and all.